How's it going, everyone? So today I want to show you guys a beginner calisthenic workout that you can do at home with zero equipment. Before we begin though, please subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't already. I do appreciate the support. It helps my channel grow. Also, if you're interested in online personal training, or if you guys are looking to buy some cool fitness gear, have a look in my description box. So the exercises that we will be going over, there will be 4 of them, you guys. You should be able to do all of these even if you are a beginner. And again, you do not need any fancy equipment. Any of this can be done at home. So in my opinion, one of the best upper body movements that you can do, 2 of them, is going to be the pull-up and the push-up. Well, I will show you guys a push-up exercise right away, but before we begin, I want to show you guys a pull-up exercise. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, I got no pull-up bar, I got no power rack, I can't do a pull-up. 100% fine. Here's what I recommend doing. 1, you can use a tabletop or a countertop to do a pull-up. Another thing too is you can go to the playground. All playgrounds have monkey bars, you guys. You can use that. And another thing too is I have a pull-up bar in my description box. It just attaches to the door. So if you guys are looking for a pull-up bar, just simply do that. And you guys can see it in my description box. So I'll show you the first exercise. The first exercise, I just closed my laptop. I don't want it to fall by accident. So again, we're going to be doing the negative pull-up. So you guys can do positives, but most people, as beginners, they may have a very hard time doing a pull-up. So again, all you're going to do is find a countertop, a tabletop, it doesn't matter, anything that's kind of sturdy. And all you're going to do is you're going to start the movement by getting into basically a squat position like this. So actually, I will lower the camera just a little bit so you guys can see. So you want to get into a squat position like so. Then what you're going to do is hang back like this. Now all you're going to do is allow your body to slowly come down and feel the frickin' stretch on your biceps. It's phenomenal. Now to get up, again, lots of you guys, if you're a beginner, you may not be able to perform these because it is going to take a ton of bicep strength. Use your legs a little bit to control the positive, and then use your legs to control the descent. Use your legs to determine the resistance, you guys, because again, this is it can be a tricky movement if you are simply just using your biceps and your back. It's going to be very tough for you guys if you're a beginner. Again, use your legs, use these as weighted resistance to help you so it's not as hard. Then as you progress, just slowly take your legs out of the movement. This will get your guys' back extremely jacked. Trust me on this. And again, that exercise can be done anywhere. You don't need anything fancy at all. You don't need any bars, but again, if you are looking for a bar, again, I do have them. The next exercise that we will be doing is going to be either the knee push-up or the negative push-up. It's all dependent on what you guys want to do. I will give you guys, I will show you guys both. So what you want to do for the knee push-up is just simply go on your knees, and then all you're going to do is you're going to do a push-up. As simple as that, you guys. Now this is amazing for beginners because most beginners don't have the core strength, the back strength, or the stability, the shoulder stabilizers to really control the actual push-up itself. So going on the knees makes this movement a lot better. You learn how to do the push-up because I don't care, you guys, the push-up in my opinion is along with the pull-up is one of the best upper body movements that you can perform without weights. So it's very important that you guys get that into your workout. So that's the knee push-up. I'll also show you a negative push-up. So the knee push-up and the negative push-up are going to be kind of similar in difficulty, but the negative push-up will actually allow you to progress almost into the regular push-up. So a negative push-up, all you're going to do is get into the push-up position and just allow yourself to go down. As simple as that. Use your knees to get back up. And then just do this again. This is how you develop the push-up if you cannot do push-ups already. And it has been proven by science that the actual negative, holding the negative and doing the negative portion of the movement actually stimulates muscle better than doing the positive motion, you guys. So very important to do the negatives. You will build muscle. Trust me on this. Okay, the next one we're going to do is going to be an isometric dip. Again, very good for beginners because some beginners, they find it very difficult to actually perform a dip. So you don't need a bench. I'm just using this because I have one. You can use a couch You can use a bed, you can use just about anything as long as it's elevated. And you're just gonna go into the dip position like so. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna hold this isometric hold and try to hold it for a good period of time, say a minute. Then what you're gonna do to progress is just slowly try to add time. And trust me, this exercise gets pretty difficult if you hold this movement for a long period of time. Now, a way that you can move into the dip, the actual body weight dip itself, is you can now start doing negatives. So you could do a negative dip like this, then get up, go again, do a negative, allow your knees to help out, go down again, stick your knees out, come back, and then just keep doing this, you guys. Don't actually allow yourself to fall forward. Use your legs or it will hurt. So again, like this, use your legs. As simple as that. Once you can do that, then you can start moving into the actual dip itself. And the dip, in my opinion, is one of the best tricep builders. It's pretty phenomenal. The next exercise is really gonna help you guys for that lower belly fat. And if you guys are trying to get that full six-pack abs, if you're trying to get the bottom two, because what I found for most people is that they can get the top two abs, but the bottom two are very difficult to get. And I've noticed that the people that don't have the bottom two, it's because they don't really train their lower abs. And yes, your rectus abdominis, which is your six-pack abs, that's the proper term for it, the proper anatomy term. Yes, your abs do contract when you do crunches. Everything is contracted, but you can put more emphasis on the lower part and the upper part. A great example is if you do flutter kicks, you do leg raises, you will feel it in your lower abs. You really don't feel it in your upper abs, but your upper abs are helping a little bit, so they do get some stimulation. If you do a cable crunch, a standing cable crunch, it's going to be more of your upper abs, and you can even feel the muscle, but your lower abs will be worked to some degree. So the leg raise, most beginners should be able to do this. All you're going to do is simply raise your legs like this, and your back will make a farting sound like that. So again, all you're going to do, raise your legs. A great tip that I have found is contract your abs and lift your shoulders up just a bit. This will contract the top two abs or the top four abs, and then what will happen is your back won't arc on the bottom. Because a lot of people, what happens is that their back will raise up like this. It'll be raised because their abs aren't strong enough, so their lower back is trying to help, because your core, believe it or not, is 360 degrees of tension. It's your core is your rectus abdominis, but it's also your rectus spinae, which is your lower back. So it's 360 degrees, you guys. If your abs are weak, your lower back is going to try to help because it's the stronger muscle group. That's why you get that big arc. You don't want that. So a good tip, lie flat and just simply lift your shoulders off, round your neck a little bit, look towards your belly button, and this will keep you in that position, and it'll keep everything tight, and you won't hurt your back. And then you can perform this movement. This movement is amazing, you guys, for your lower abs. I love doing this movement, you guys. A great way to progress on this is you can add ankle weights to the movement. So if you can say do 4 sets of 25 repetitions with the leg raises, that's awesome. In order to progress, add a little bit of weight. Add some ankle weights, 2-pound ankle weights, 5-pound ankle weights, 10-pound ankle weights. This will work, trust me. I have ankle weights in my description box. If you guys are looking to buy ankle weights, they're there if you guys want them. So end of video. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate the video. Please subscribe to my channel again if you haven't already. Like the video and share it. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate your support.